In just over a week, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi will be tested. Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan is challenging her for her leadership role. A vote is set for November 30th between the two. Ryan says the election proves it is time for change. He sent a letter to House Democrats saying, quote, "Vote for me and I will dedicate all of my energy to lead us back into the majority. Our constituents deserve nothing less."
Joining us now to talk about what's going on behind the scenes is Representative Eric Swalwell from the East Bay. Good morning. What a difference a week makes, huh? What can you tell us about Tim Ryan?
Well, I can tell you he's challenging Leader Pelosi, saying that more young people need to be involved. And I'm a young person that Leader Pelosi has given a lot of opportunities to. I went into Congress having beat a 40-year colleague of Leader Pelosi's, a Democrat, and she had every reason to just put me in charge of the bathroom committee. Instead, I was put on the Intelligence Committee when I was 34 years old. I chair the group called Future Forum. We've gone to 31 cities reaching out to young people. So my constituents have benefited greatly from the trust that she's put in me, and so have many other younger members.
Right, but some of those younger members had to fight her and the establishment, like Ro Khanna when he took on Mike Honda, and you when you took on Pete Stark. The old guard stays with the old guard. Now, if you beat the old guard, you win a place at the table, but it's not always easy. They go with that, and there's a question people are out there saying, we need a change, we need a new face, we need a new voice.
Well, I think right now we have the least experienced person taking the reins of the White House. So it would really move us to have an experienced hand back in Washington, D.C., and Leader Pelosi to stand up to Donald Trump and have the help of new energy behind her, and I think that's going to happen.
Let's speak about new leadership. You're on the Intelligence Committee. What do you think of the prospects for the CIA chief?
Mike Pompeo, he's a colleague of mine. He and I went to Iraq last year over Easter. I respect him a lot, and I think he has to be a check on what Donald Trump wants to do by going back to the days of torture. He also needs to be a check on Trump's bro embrace of Putin and what that could mean for all of us.
On the national front, a lot of anxiety here about immigration and the appointment of Sessions. First of all, what do you think about the pick of Sessions?
Well, this is someone who couldn't be confirmed as a judge because of bigoted views he's held in the past. So I am concerned. I'm concerned about my constituents, many of them who are Mexican immigrants here to the United States, and they fear every day that they may be deported.
Okay, so what kind of check can you put on that?
Well, what we can do is make sure that we find Republicans who share our views, who represent diverse communities, and kind of build a coalition to stand up against his wish to want to deport 10 to 12 million Americans.
But has he said he's going to deport 10 or 12 million Americans, or is it going, do you think, to be, is that, do you think that's a reality?
Well, he is serving under a president who wants to build a wall and has said in a number of different ways that he would like to deport immigrants from this country and then have them, apply through a different means. But that still means a 12 million person roundup.
6 months ago,
yeah.
3 months ago, 1 month ago, when President Obama was in charge, we had members of California saying he is the great deporter, that he's the deporter-in-chief, that he was the heavy-handed one trying to ship people out of here. So what's the difference?
Well, we need a policy that deports the bad apples. If you're here committing crimes, gone. But if you are here working hard and want to, support our economy, help your family, we need to find a way for you to stay. And I think there are Republicans that are going to realize that Trump's policies and Sessions' policies are going to be out of touch with where the majority of Americans are.
National Guard. A couple of weeks back, we had you here because the Defense Department was taking back the bonuses they had given to combat vets that went and re-upped. Where are we standing right now?
It was the first thing I signed on to when I went back to Washington last week. So we have legislation that would prevent the military from trying to recoup any bonus that was paid out to someone who went and served because they thought they were going to get a bonus. So hopefully that legislation passes.
Final question. Over, under, how many votes is Nancy Pelosi going to win by?
I think she'll have the support of 2/3 of the caucus.
Is that good, bad?
That's good.
She used to get more.
Yeah, she'll ask for every vote, and I think she'll earn it.
All right, and if she doesn't, somebody's going to be sitting in that closet, I imagine. I want to thank you for joining us this morning. All right.